Yo, what's up? Welcome to the basement. How you guys doing? It's my man Jackson
Hey.
Hussell-Davis,
That's
brother of Hayden Hussell-Davis and Carson Hussell-Davis.
More like they're the brother of me.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
He is a smart cookie. He's studying history education.
Yes. Secondary education at Marshall University.
Yeah. Emphasis in history, though, right?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
He's learned about the government and what happened before today. History.
How's that going, Jackson?
It's going well. It's going well. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I've kind of been procrastinating.
It happens.
Yeah, it's horrible. I've got so much stuff, but I'm glad to be on the show. Thank you for having me.
Sure. All right. So, without further ado, let's get right into our first.
Let's get right into
topic.
the news.
We're going to talk a little bit about is the government overstepping something?
Yes.
Overstepping what?
Yes.
There is a vape ban going on,
Well,
or to be.
yeah. Actually, Donald Trump stopped. He's like, I'm not going to do it because he's afraid of voter backlash from implementing it.
This is what I think about the vape ban.
Let's hear it.
There are many more harmful things that are illegal.
Okay.
For example, coal. I guess you could argue cigarettes, guns. Those can be pretty nasty sometimes.
Yep.
Bleach. That's not good when you consume it.
The thing about like coal, guns, and bleach is that they have utilitarian purposes.
Guns.
Yeah, a lot of people argue that like they use guns to hunt. You know, there's like maybe they're substance farmers or whatever, or they want to keep their farm safe, or they just like I want to go shoot. It's my sport. It's my hobby.
Okay. What if my
my
hobby
sport.
is vaping?
Well, I think when you're 18 years old, I think you should have the right to vape. But here's the thing: you're not 18 years old.
Well, I'm not talking about me.
I know. I think we should be proactive. They're definitely the flavored vapes are targeted at people who are under 18 years old.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a fact we can all agree on, right?
They're trying to ban it to keep it from people under 18.
Yeah. I think I am I am not a fan of smoking in like at all. I think it's horrible. It killed my grandma, but that's even beyond that, it's not good for you. And yeah.
The question is, should something be illegal even though it is harmful to the user?
No.
No. Cigarettes, alcohol. Now people are arguing marijuana is harmful. That's a whole nother debate.
Well, they've
And now
been
you
doing
have-
that for a while.
And now you have vaping. I think it'll be more harmful if it was
If it was
legal.
banned.
Yes, because now you have to buy vapes off of a much more.
You ban vapes, and there's going to be violent crime regarding it.
Yeah, and
Just how drugs go.
you have to buy it from a much more shady source as well, which could not be very good for your health at all.
Well, I want to again say if you're over 18, I think you should be able to vape. I think it's a horrible decision, and I encourage the viewers who are currently watching not to pick up vaping. It's a nasty habit. But like, there was definitely ulterior motives when it came to inventing those flavored vapes.
Yes.
Those were to rope in children. It's like, and that's not good.
I don't know if it started at children, but once they
did.
realized that children really picked up on it.
Let's at least say the younger folk.
Like blueberry, like blue raspberry.
Here's the thing: you're not going to
People do
pick
like colorful.
cigarettes are nasty, right? People aren't
Yeah.
going to pick that up. But
Uh-huh.
if kids see, you get a nice buzz, and it's going to taste like cherry.
Exactly. That's awful.
They might do it.
That's their plan.
And have you seen like the what they look like? Very colorful. They appeal to your senses. You see something very colorful rather than white and like light brown. White and light brown looks a lot worse than big teal just popped up with the black. It's more appealing.
And it was also like, if you look at the design of the thin ones, they look like USB cords. You can hide those from your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's awful. It's awful. Like, these are definitely targeted towards children, not
Parents
adults.
are gonna like this episode.
Yeah.
You're gonna like this one.
Family friendly.
Family friendly.
Hang on. Let me reverse that.
Okay.
The reason we shouldn't ban vapes is because it makes more violent crime. That's why we should have heroin in drugstores. And the parents just turned it off.
Okay.
Oh.
Goodbye.
All the
No, I think that's a little extreme.
Well,
Heroin.
Should we?
It is a little extreme.
By the way, we've been wanting to get Richard Ojeda on the show. Should we sort of get Richard Ojeda on the show campaign?
We should.
I don't think he's running for anything though.
But
No,
he's
we just want
Richard
him on the
Ojeda.
show.
You just want him on the show?
He's just awesome. Richard Ojeda, get him on the show.
Forward to Richard Ojeda.
Yeah, everybody.
You shouldn't have ran for president, man.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have.
And he realized that. He realized, man, this was.
And now he's selling CBD oil.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty
Have
cool.
you seen that? Like, do you follow him on Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, I know
I've
he's
all his
doing
Instagram.
Yeah, all he does is CBD oil. I'm like, what the H?
It's something.
But maybe,
That. It is what it is, man.
maybe when he's on the show, he can be like, that Jackson guy, he was a nut. I didn't like him. I sell him CBD oil because it's what I do. Like, okay. Richard
That's an
Ojeda.
interesting switch.
Mhm.
West Virginia state senator, or state. He was a state senator, then
Yep.
lost the congressional race, or
Ran for president.
then
dropped
ran
out.
for president. He lost a crooked Carol Miller.
More like
That's
cardboard cutout Carol Miller.
Who?
Cardboard cutout Carol Miller.
Who's Carol Miller?
Exactly. All she is just like a Republican standee for
Yes.
Yeah, kind of. She doesn't do much.
vote the way we tell you to, Carol Miller. And she says, okay.
She didn't even advertise last election. She just won.
Yep.
No one did this. It's just because the R next to her name.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
West Virginia's actually going to lose that seat, so.
Do you think so?
Well, unless something happens. We're on track to lose that seat in 2020. By the way, make sure you do the census, please. We rely on you, viewers at home. Please participate in the census. You're legally mandated to, but please contribute.
Yeah, it'd be kind of absurd if it was like, yeah, there's 3 people living in West Virginia.
Yeah, it's grossly underfunded too. So people are afraid there's going to be a drastic undercount, which would be not good for both business and for government.
The point of the census is to make sure, like, all the representation and stuff is good, right?
Yep, but it's used for other things too, like federal grants and state grants, like even state grants, and like businesses will look at like population to figure out where, like, we're gonna build our store here over this place because they've got more people, or it's just
I'd argue we kind of dropped the ball as far as representation goes.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the idea initially was very fine and close representation, where it was like 1 to 50,000,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like way over that now.
I agree. I think we should expand the seats in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep. Because 435 is just not enough.
How much do you think they should get paid?
I think they should get paid.
Average wage for the United States.
43 or 44,000.
No, I would say average wage for DC.
That makes sense. Yeah, because DC is
Okay.
very high
Because yeah,
cost of living.
that's fine.
And maybe a little bit more. Because
Maybe about 80,000.
I want my representative to only I want their purpose is to represent me. I don't want them having to work a second job in order to like stay straight. I want their energy focused in on representing me.
However, I would like it if their own livelihood was a reflection of the job they're doing as a whole.
What do you mean?
If they lived like an average citizen, what the stuff they do actually works towards, from the first-hand perspective, bettering the lives of average citizens, instead of just living in a white house up on a hill and then coming down to a white building on a hill
Well,
and then working with other white people on a hill.
so you're against the White House? You're against the White House? I'm sorry. You're against the White House being a thing?
Oh yeah,
Really?
entirely. Yeah.
Why?
The president should be an American.
They are Americans.
They shouldn't be a supreme.
Well, they're not. We've elevated them
I know.
to that point.
We
That's the
shouldn't
reward.
have. We shouldn't have.
We want. I think this goes back to how do you get good workers?
Well, really, you just keep their morale up.
You pay them well. You give them good benefits, right? That's how you get good workers.
Well, you can pay them dirt, and if their morale is fine, no matter how that happens.
At some point though, you need to pay your bills. But you pay them well, and you have good benefits.
I was scratching my ribs.
So
You looked at me so weird.
in order for some people to get the presidency, it needs to have some level of prestige to it, to go after the
I
presidency.
don't know.
I think we should make, a longer term, but a term limit kind of ordeal.
What are you on about?
Yeah. Are you saying we should have
A one-term limit?
But a longer one term.
so 8? Wait a minute.
So for president, 8 years. Well, I don't know. That seems pretty long. But I don't want them to be worried about the next election, because once you do that, that skews what they're thinking of voting on and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And if they're just oh, okay, then I can vote or argue for what I actually believe in.
The problem with that
Decide.
is the idea is that they have to do what the people want.
Yes.
However, the people that get them elected now aren't the people.
Well, the thing is, they
It's
don't really
the
have
people
to
with
though.
money.
Well, yeah.
They don't have to do what the
But-
people want if they have one term. They have to if they have another election coming up.
Exactly.
So-
they should be forced to do what the people want.
So what you're arguing for is a president who's not accountable to the people.
Oh, I know. He's looking for a dictator.
Oh, that makes things easy.
There you go, man. Finally.
Yeah, I think we've lost track of what the president's supposed to be. He's not supposed to be a dictator. He's not supposed to be someone with power. He's just supposed to lead the charge.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be yes, I'm involved with the government, and this is what we're doing now.
I'm the head of the government, but I'm also equal to the other branches of government. Donald Trump, if you're listening at home, please cooperate with House subpoenas. Please, you're equal.
I think we should have more presidents like Andrew Jackson.
No.
Not in a million billion years.
Someone tries to kill him, he'll kill them first.
Nope.
No.
We need more JFKs.
JFK was a
JFK
beast.
was a
Charisma.
Nice guy.
I love the Bay of Pigs.
He didn't do Bay of Pigs.
No, he
Actually,
didn't
he
do
did.
it.
He
Said
the-
it was okay to
He
do.
took the blame.
Really?
A lot of people said it was okay.
But then I thought he
Fell on
was.
him.
I thought he said this is I give the okay to this, the final okay to
He
this.
did give the final okay, but there are other okays.
That's the thing with everything.
He gave it a JFK.
That was good. That was a good one.
That was
He gave it a JFK, and then he said JK.
JFK.
That wasn't. Yeah.
I do a lot of those. It's kind of like this. What was it? Axel F. Ghostbusters theme song. I just make up stuff on the podcast. Have you heard about that?
No.
Do 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 do. Ghostbusters, dude.
Thank you.
I want to put some splat into the podcast. We were talking about government and stuff, so we'll keep them watching.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
great job.
So you're gonna talk something pop culture?
Sure.
Well, I'm kind of uninvolved in culture, pop culture that is.
Yeah, I'm
I am
also
too.
kind of uninvolved in pop culture, so
Yeah.
we've made a lot of headway here.
I know. I thank you.
What is pop culture?
What is pop culture?
It's popular culture.
Actually,
Oh, really?
I finished watching Parks
sorry.
and Rec all the way through.
Was it good?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Would you say Trump is part of pop culture?
Yes. I think every president's a part of pop culture.
No,
No,
not Gerald Ford.
Oh. Well, he kind of was. He was kind of the afterbirth of Nixon's resignation.
Yeah, but a year in, everyone's like, "Who's the president?"
Well, I think presidents always are part of pop culture because they like when people think of the government, who do you think of? Normally, you think of like the president. You know, they are the face of our government.
Reagan,
I
think.
usually think of like the actual White House.
You think of the White House?
I
Cool.
kind of do too. I
And
kind of
that's
think
why
of
I
like the
don't-
building.
That's why I don't vibe with it. It's a monument to elevated supreme federalism.
But it's like it's the thing about it being like instead of like a palace, it's more like a like we've put them there. It's our house and we're letting them live there.
But have we really put them there?
In theory. That's
In
the theory.
theory.
That's the theory. The game theory. Thanks, sir. Listening. But yeah, that's like that's the theory behind it. We put them there, so it's not like they're higher than us. It's just we let them have our house. In
I don't
DC.
know. It doesn't look that way.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a difference of thought on the matter.
Maybe. Maybe it's especially that principle on my side whenever somebody takes it with the expectation that they're going to do things. You know, they're going to use their position for power when it shouldn't be that. You know, whenever Trump gets the White House, he's like, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to...
Well, that's every president.
Well, it's not so much as... You have some presidents that say, we are going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
JFK, we as a nation are going to do this.
Barack
as a
Obama?
people. Yes.
Did you like Obama?
Oftentimes. As a person, very much.
Is Obama better than Trump?
He was very. I liked his image. That makes
yes.
sense.
I think Obama's probably going to be one of the better presidents of our lifetime.
I don't think so. Well, I'd hope not.
I think G-Dub.
That's fair. I hope he's not, but he's a really great person.
He's a good he's kind of got the Carter thing going on.
I think
Good
the same.
person, mediocre president.
I think the same of like G-Dub though. I think G-Dub was a pretty good guy. George W. Bush.
Can we extend the invitation to Barack Obama to be on the show?
You may.
Hey, Barack
Right
Obama,
ahead.
I know you're a huge fan of the show. We'd love to have you on, and I'm sure Buster would re-invite me to be back on
I would.
if you came. So please, Obama, Barack, Barry, please come on
And
the
we
show.
also thank you for being the president, and we're sorry about your gray hair.
Or sorry, you're
you
old.
look good in it. You look good in it, Obama.
Whoa, doesn't Jackson Obama?
We're the same person. Fun fact.
No.
We should hook him up.
What are you...
Are you saying that I should have a relationship with Barack Obama?
Yes.
He's married.
Barack Mobamba.
What are you saying?
What are you
Mo
on
Bamba?
about?
Obama's not going to come on the show now.
Mo Bamba, you ever heard that song? The
No.
white girl song?
No.
Barack Mobamba?
What are you
Dude,
talking
have you
about?
have you never heard of that song?
No.
It's like the biggest like white girl song ever made other than Sicko Mode.
Well, maybe that's why I don't know.
It's bad. That's good you don't know. It's really bad.
I think you made it up.
No, it's an actual song. Look.
You
This was like the biggest song
We're
of
gonna-
last year.
We're going to get DMCA'd.
I'm not going to play it, but I'll show you that it exists. Mo Bamba, Shaq West, 2017, sorry.
Obama.
Mo Bamba. It was like the biggest like meme song of last year. Other than
Well,
Sicko Mode.
I say we sort of smoothly transition from the White House and the presidential seat
Sorry, man.
onto the topic of impeachment.
Ooh.
Presidential impeachment, the current, that
Yeah.
whole deal going on. Would you like to
I would love to.
voice your thoughts?
I would. Donald Trump deserves to be impeached and removed from office. I think he what's even look back all his policy, and his moral character, which is awful. Both of those things are awful. He's guilty. He asked the Ukrainian president for dirt on Joe Biden, and that's not ethically okay for the president to do. He needs out of there before he can do any more harm.
I will tell you what I think now.
Let's hear it.
A special guest, come on.
A special guest.
It might sound a little familiar. Okay.
I'll be back.
I think Donald Trump should be impeached.
Really? And removed
because-
from office, or just
Wait, I
impeached?
didn't-
and
think you
removed from
I-
office.
Has your view changed?
No.
Wasn't it not impeached a couple weeks ago? At lunch?
I've discovered something great.
Okay, I'll be back.
I want to hear this because Buster's discovered
Donald
something.
Trump, I do not believe, has adequate evidence to be charged criminally in a court of law. However, that is not what impeachment is. Impeachment can be used against ethical, moral, or characteristic violations of that seat. And if you disrupt the government, you can be removed.
Look at you, Federalist Papers.
That happened in one case. I think it was a representative.
Yep.
They removed him for being just inadequate. If you can do that,
Actually, I think
fantastic. So, for that reason, I do think Donald Trump should be impeached and removed from office. He's disrupting the flow of government. One. And two, he has a total lack of moral character. As far as his mouth goes, as far as his actions go, they're probably fine. But the mouthpiece of the nation should not be, synonymous with a toilet bowl.
That's true. So you still think Kavanaugh being appointed was a good idea?
As far as Kavanaugh being appointed, my concern wasn't so much of him being appointed. I wasn't super informed on him as a politician. I only looked at it from the standpoint that I didn't think he sexually assaulted
Miss Ford.
Yes.
I think Dr. Ford, sorry.
That's
not Miss Ford.
That's as far as I went. I didn't really care about him as a politician. As far as I'm concerned, the whole mess in D.C. right now is just terrible. I've not seen a good representative there in a long time, or a good candidate for any office.
Who do you want to win the presidential election next in 2020?
The person I want to win and the person that... They're very different things, okay? The person I want to win is John McAfee.
Long shot.
It's not going to happen.
But
So the person, the viable candidate at the moment that I would like to win significantly more than the others is Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, really?
Yes.
Wow.
And I can explain why.
Have you explained your political beliefs on the show?
Not entirely.
Okay. You want to do that for the people at home?
I can try.
Okay.
Let's do it in interview fashion so that you know what to ask in order for me to convey, get my point across.
So, okay, I'll ask, what's your thoughts on the economy and government in the economy?
My thoughts on the economy and the government in the economy are the government should not be in the economy at all. We should have a completely laissez-faire economy where all the individuals and businesses control the economy completely. No government intervention in the economy.
Okay. So what about government government and morals? You think the government should be involved with morals, like promoting a certain moral standpoint?
No.
No, not at all.
Not at all. If anything, the government
You have an outsider opinion.
could be morally involved. We should discourage that.
Okay.
Neighbor and outside opinion on Donald Trump.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Our first surprise guest. Kind of guest. He's probably gonna leave when I leave.
Okay.
Okay.
You may want to get closer to some microphone.
Just sit beside the three amigos.
Shoot! We're down.
Hey.
Oh, wait, is it? Let's see it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard.
We'll probably edit. Are you gonna edit this?
No.
Okay. Well, this makes it better.
Yeah, first accident.
All right. Well, I don't know if you heard. You guys got some competitors.
Yeah, we do have competitors.
Competitors.
We got to talk about that in a minute.
We have no competition.
We're
all
gonna talk
just-
about that after
They're
Trump.
trying.
I would love to.
We're
hear
all
that.
just here.
Maybe I'll come on their show.
We all just exist.
They're going hard. They're making a whole room
Oh.
for it.
They're going
Have
real
you seen
hard.
it?
Yeah.
Am I on the
Seen the
camera?
room?
I was gonna help them because they wanted to give me a
Come on,
video
camera.
switcher. I'm just joking. I like
Anyhow.
Miss Hayes. I like Miss Hayes. To be frank, and I like some of the people on it.
Well, do you
My
want to welcome
thoughts.
him to the show first?
Welcome.
Oh yeah, this is Owen.
What's
What's your-
Owen Fox? He is
Yeah.
a neighbor. He lives.
One door over.
Let's see.
Yeah, one door over.
That's a door. that way.
Yeah.
And then Ben Laco was outside and he wanted to say hi to everybody.
Nice. Thank you, Ben.
Yep.
We appreciate
Has
that.
Ben been on here?
No.
Ben?
He doesn't want to
Ben?
be on.
Why?
I don't know. I want him to be on.
He
Real
doesn't
bad.
feel
but
it necessary. He's just not interested.
He's just like, nah. I guess, I don't know. He doesn't like attention. Not an attention seeker. Doesn't like, I don't know.
On the camera. I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, you
Yes,
are.
you're
Okay.
good.
It's a very broad camera.
So,
it's a good camera.
anyhow, my political beliefs.
Yep.
Furthermore, the government should have no intervention in anything that could be morally positive or negative. The job of the government should be to govern its own people and to keep them from killing or hurting each other. And that's the extent of their job.
Then why do you support Bernie Sanders?
Because he cares about the American people, and that's a lot more than anybody else can say.
Really?
Yes.
If that is interesting. So you're willing to put behind your economic beliefs for what you believe is a more moral governance.
Yes. I
Interesting.
want a moral leader in the White House. I want an economic laissez-faire basis as a nation,
Mhm.
but I'll take the moral guy before I take the greedy pig,
Okay.
whoever that may be, no matter what the party is. I don't want a horrible person, no matter what they represent.
That is. I'm glad to hear that.
I agree with that because, the government is in there to enforce the law, not make the laws.
What?
The legislature makes the laws.
that's still the government.
The executive or executive branch. I just say executive. I don't know what thought I had in my head. Executive branch is there to enforce the law, not make laws. So
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the impeachment of Donald Trump?
mine are kind of like Tulsi Gabbard's.
The impeachment.
Yeah, mine are like Tulsi Gabbard's views
okay.
on impeachment. I don't think we should.
Really?
It's not if he should or not. I don't think we should because of how divided we are already. So I think it would just send us into more of a frenzy.
Well, like,
So I think it would be more harmful than good.
Okay,
Do you
but
think-
do you understand what the purpose of impeachment
I know what the
is?
purpose of impeachment is, but I think a lot of it's so. I think it's not that we should or we shouldn't. I just think it would be bad if we did.
But should we uphold the principles or try to just base everything on what the consequences?
I'm not
would
saying
be?
based on principles. I'm saying if we did impeach him, it would be worse than if we didn't.
okay.
I'm not saying we should or we shouldn't. I'm just saying, yeah, we need to talk about those. Those competitors. Have you heard about them? I know you haven't, but have you heard?
We don't need to talk about it.
No free
I
advertising.
wish you all the luck in the world with your podcast. I hope it goes incredibly well. That from the bottom of my heart, I wish you the best.
Mm-hmm. I hope they do well too.
I don't view you as competition. You just happen to be another podcast. We're all in this together.
Owen, do you think they'll be a good, solid podcast?
I think they want to do it more for the school, as in like school news kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like instead of like YouTube to the whole like community,
Mm. So they're not going to be like heroin should be legal on their podcast.
No.
Like on
well,
ours.
Spencer told me he wanted it to be like they do it in the morning and broadcast
Yeah.
it over the TVs, so like everyone in Shield can watch it.
It's like
Shield, by the way, is homeroom at Calhoun High School.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think they got inspiration from us?
I'd say. Where else did they come up with the idea?
I don't know. I don't know if I
I mean,
was
it could have been
Joe Rogan or
randomly
somebody.
brought into the head. but-
Honestly, that might actually help. Here's what I think: the best way for them to do this is to try to integrate some of the seemingly monstrous figures, get people that aren't necessarily appealing to the student body, bring them on the show, humanize them, show people that they're actually people. Everybody, a lot of the figureheads at the school, we assume, are just horrible people.
It's like the administration.
And we have no way of knowing whether they're correct or whether we are correct or not. Put them on a podcast, let them talk as people. Maybe we'll see a new side of him. Maybe we'll have some more appreciation. Maybe we'll have the complete opposite reaction. But I think it would help us try to, identify these people better.
So, Owen, what's your thoughts on the Donald Trump impeachment?
That's not me, bro.
Oh, come on. You've got to have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion on everything.
I don't know anything.
Oh.
Do you? Okay.
I don't follow any of that.
What's your let's get more broad. What's your thoughts on Donald Trump?
I mean,
He's all right.
yeah.
Is that your thought?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't even know what he does, to be honest, but
Are you going to be 18 by 2020?
yeah. No.
March
No,
21st.
okay,
Well,
March
no,
20.
yeah.
Well, I mean, in 2020,
he'll be
not by 2020.
By the election.
Yeah, he'll be 18.
All right. So, it's important that you know about what's going on, because these people, especially if you're about to go to college, these people control. They're the ones who give out money for college and whatever.
And they spread the liberal agenda in college. Just
Yeah.
I'm just joking because he's pretty big.
But yeah, get woke, as the liberals say.
Yeah.
Get woke. Get woke,
Oh,
ladies and
jeez.
gentlemen.
Gross.
All I'm saying is, John McAfee, 2020. John McAfee.
Yeah, when's he
2020.
coming on here?
He didn't email me back, sadly.
Oh, we're going to extend an invitation to John McAfee too.
Yep.
Is that
Obama and John
And
Well,
Richard
McAfee.
Ojeda. You know who Richard
and Richard
is?
Ojeda. It'd be a really great podcast if you all three
Wait,
came on at the
try
same
these on.
time.
This is a
try
personal
one.
message from me to John McAfee.
Look at the camera.
That's pretty
Say hi
cool.
to him.
I absolutely want you to be the spearhead of this country. And if you come on, I will do everything in my power to get everybody I know to vote for you. I will explain to them why they should. And I very much want everything that you represent. I know that, foreign policy and all that business is not your forte. And that's great. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I don't want any of that in the president.
Really? Like
John McAfee stands for the freedom of the people
But-
and a prosperous economy.
the president is like the head foreign person, you know?
Exactly.
But that we need that, Buster.
No, we don't need that.
Buster. We
Listen, I think the individuals
24.
in the country ought to be the ones negotiating foreign deals.
What? What about NATO? You're not a NATO guy?
No.
A lot of people. Well, no, Buster. We need to be connected. That's one of the greater things about the Obama
But-
administration
but-
was our soft power gains.
The connection doesn't have to be
Yeah.
from leader to leader. It can be from everybody, person to person.
Well, that's the goal.
But we never meet it.
Yeah, we have. The United Kingdom.
If he's
Is that
hi-
John McAfee?
Yeah.
if he's
Jeez
hiding from
Louise.
the government,
He's hiding.
how's he
from the
plan on
government.
being president?
Is he,
He'll pardon himself.
He'll just pardon
so
himself.
he's
like
not
he-
a real candidate. He's
Dude,
a clown candidate.
There's like a video
No,
of
he's a
him on
real
YouTube,
candidate.
like doing like bath salts
He's got
while
an
there's a bunch of
election.
women all over him.
Dude, what all has he done?
I
Like,
want
hasn't
him to be the
Oh,
president.
Hasn't he,
Lord.
like,
Don't vote for John McAfee.
He's
murdered
done-
people?
He's done every drug. He's
No.
murdered people.
I will
He's
agree with
accused
that.
of rape.
Kids, you
I
don't
thought he
have
was,
to
like,
vote for
killed two
John
people or
McAfee, but
something.
He killed
adults
one guy.
vote for John
So
McAfee.
he's a
Possibly
murderer.
more. Yep.
Actually, kids can't vote. So yes, vote John McAfee.
So he's a he's a
Dude.
murderer?
No.
just looks-
Yes. No. Somebody killed his attack dog.
So he
He
murdered
posted
them.
this.
No.
Is he one of
Yeah.
those crazy like
I-
non-aggression packed people? Like, you killed my dog, I kill you.
Yep.
Please.
Wonderful.
You guys are the future of our nation. Don't vote for John McAfee. He's a clown.
Joke. Or you better watch what you say.
I will say it again. He's a clown.
Jackson will be dead in the next 36 hours.
Yeah.
I would hope that you wouldn't murder me, John McAfee, but you're a clown.
Ooh.
You're a clown. Honk honk, John
Send in
McAfee.
the clowns, am I right? We live in a society.
Oh gosh.
You know that?
I haven't seen that movie. I wanted to see that movie.
It's
but I
very
haven't seen
good.
it.
It's the best movie
Have
I've
you seen it?
this year.
Yeah.
Joker.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's
It's
really
actually the
good.
best movie I've seen once this year, and it's the best movie I've seen.
Have you heard
thrice
about it?
this
You've seen
year.
it 3 times?
It's really
Yes,
good.
in theaters.
Seen it
And I
once.
went once by myself. That's how much I liked it.
Cool. Good for you,
It's
Buster.
good.
Shall we move on to the what ifs?
Oh yeah, we got a what if you like this.
My
one.
what if isn't very good. I might not
Oh
contribute.
jeez. Oh god.
Second accident.
I might not contribute mine.
I'm just
I'm afraid
hanging
it's
out
not
with
very
my
good.
headphones on my head.
What's the what ifs?
Ooh,
That's been going on.
They're angry.
it's the
Okay.
government bugs.
It's McAfee. He's
He's tuning in.
Tuning in
Crap,
to
we
the.
didn't pay for our McAfee security software.
Um,
You know what that is?
yeah.
You know who did that?
Did he do it?
yeah, that's why he's a
It
billionaire.
was in Silicon Valley. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
According to him, he sold it for $7 billion.
That's
according
a lie.
That's what he told me. Or
He
that's
told
not
you
what he
that.
told me. He didn't tell me that. That's what he told me through the YouTube video.
That is interesting, but he's still a
$7
clown.
billion.
Speaking of which, like I'm writing an essay in my English class right now, and it's about like wealth inequality ish. Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
has so much money.
Yeah.
Like he could pay for Marshall, like Marshall's entire budget, like tens of times.
Oh yeah.
It is crazy how much money we let him have.
It is. Well, it's not we let him.
Oh, it's we let him,
That's
comrade.
the price
He
you
doesn't pay
pay.
taxes.
we do let him. If we didn't want him to have that much, why would you just fund Amazon? We all fund Amazon. It's our fault. We didn't want him to have that much money. Don't pay that much money to Amazon.
But it's not us letting him.
We're the ones who
He
give
has
the money to
acquired
him.
it.
He acquires it from us. If we don't want
We
him
are
to,
consumers.
well, yeah, if consumers don't want him to have that much money, don't buy stuff.
Okay, but do you
Amazon
care?
should pay taxes.
I don't care.
Exactly.
But if we didn't want him to be that rich, then
I
we
do
could
agree,
decide
Amazon should pay taxes.
They right now
Yeah.
they pay less taxes than their workers do.
Actually, let me flip that backwards.
Okay.
Amazon shouldn't pay taxes, and neither should we.
that. But if we have to, they should
That's
too.
the thing. Whenever you have the government involved in a little bit of economy, you know, they're very limited. Because I would agree, the government's control of the economy is rather limited. But that means that the moderate middle group of businesses and individuals, and especially the low class, are susceptible to every pitfall of the government economic system. Whereas big businesses such as Amazon find every loophole there is because they have the money to do so, and they end up not having to pay taxes. Small people don't get to do that. Only the big people do.
Well, yeah.
No matter what happens, as long as there is a chance
I'll say
for
that word.
a loophole
Okay,
to exist,
sorry, I won't say that. I'm kind of stupid.
only the big businesses are going to be able to get into it.
Well, we if you ask me, we live in a second Gilded Age. I think we do. It's
Well, that was the 20s, the Roaring 20s.
what are you talking about?
The
No,
second Gilded Age was the Roaring 20s.
well, people still have money back then. There was a growing wealth inequality. It's kind of what's going on now, but like twice the speed.
Yeah.
I think at some point there's, well, I don't know about that. I'm going to stop talking about that really quick because I don't know what I'm talking about. But capitalism is failing people.
No.
It is.
Corporatism is.
What? It's part of capitalism. Did you watch that video I
They're-
sent
they're
in the
sep-
group? Did you send that video I sent in the cabinet?
I didn't.
I recommend you watch it.
But the corporatism and capitalism are separate.
Well, one is a natural extension of the other,
Not necessarily.
but it is. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't the case.
You're right. Corporatism wouldn't have happened if capitalism didn't happen. But a lot of other things that are very good wouldn't have happened if it weren't for capitalism as well.
That's fair.
I think I'll state this the best way I can. I don't necessarily support capitalism, but I also don't support the way the waves work in the ocean or the way the wind works. I think capitalism is a natural process.
I think we need to reform it. I think we need to fix it.
Maybe you can reform the way the government works with it, but I don't think we can ever get rid of capitalism, and I don't want to try.
Well, I'm not
Whenever you
saying-
try to go against nature, you have a problem.
I'm not saying we get rid of capitalism. I'm saying we fix it.
I think the way of fixing it is withdrawing any government hands from it. I know you disagree with this, but
I
I would recommend anybody that's listening to this and is interested in the economy whatsoever,
Don't
which
say
should be
Atlas
most
Shrugged.
people.
Don't say.
No, I'm not
Okay.
going to. She's an author.
Don't read that
She's
book.
not an economist. She's an author.
Philosopher.
Look into the invisible hand. Look into Adam Smith economics. Even if you disagree with it, just look into it. Understand it.
He argued for organized labor.
I would argue for organized labor. as
Really?
well.
I thought.
I'm pro-union,
What were we?
but I'm not pro-establishment union. I don't like whenever the union has so much. The union should be autonomous from every other organization. They shouldn't be in cahoots with anybody, because let's be honest, the unions are in cahoots with the government. There's a reason.
What are you talking about?
There's a reason unions vote. Okay, in
There's
Virginia,
there is a reason unions vote Democratic. It's because Democratic Democrats believe in the same thing the unions do.
sort of. They get told to vote. The unions are the modern form of the political machine.
Well, they're the same as. You're against corporatism in votes and elections too? But
Yes.
but here's the thing though, unions are made of people.
They should be.
They
but so is
are.
the government.
Yeah.
But the thing is, those people, it's the top people that matter in each. The top people say, go vote for him.
You don't have to.
But they do.
No, they don't. A lot of people. Actually, this reminds me of back in when earlier in the 2020 election cycle. Sorry, the firefighters union bosses were like, "You should vote for Biden." Like, we support Biden. But a lot of the firefighters themselves, they were like, "I want to support Trump." So they don't have a stranglehold over union members. They don't, and they never will. But on average, usually the union will pick people who support the union.
In addition, it's not just necessarily elections. They also they literally buy Congress people.
Oh, they buy Congress people.
They use their money.
So do corporations.
I know, I disagree with both.
Okay. Well,
I absolutely disagree with both.
they give donations.
If you make it so the government does not benefit the economy or have anything to do with the economy, they don't have anything to buy from the government anymore. You take away their ability.
I'm gonna let you read mine later.
Okay, you out of here.
Yeah, I gotta leave.
All right.
See you later, Chase.
See you later. Thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem.
I'll
Yeah,
still
it's
be here, ladies and gentlemen.
5:50. I gotta be down in Huntington at 6:30, but I gotta be there early.
Fairly well.
See you later. And I gotta walk this guy out here. Are you gonna stay?
I guess I know nothing about
You're gonna stay?
politics, but
Right
Yeah,
on.
dude, sweet.
Let's get back to what we were originally talking about. What were we originally talking about?
Dude, good luck, dude.
Well, we were about to transition to
later.
the what ifs.
Good luck at
That's right.
basketball.
Okay, let's do
What?
that. Let's
good luck
work
at
our way.
basketball.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Good luck at basketball.
Thank
What
you.
what basketball are you part of? Midlands?
Just rec league. It's
Rec league?
It's pretty fun. I do it for fun.
What's your team?
I don't know yet.
Oh,
We'll see.
Tryouts.
oh, it's tryouts.
Yeah, it's not really. It's just like they have a draft afterwards. They see who's the best, and then they draft. Hopefully I'm first pick.
Well, best of luck to you, Chase.
I haven't been a first pick since.
Didn't he used to be at the church down? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Buster, can this podcast be the official?
Yeah.
Can Chase be the
hood.
official basketball player of
What?
this podcast?
Put the
Yes.
hood on and then put him over.
Chase,
Bro, it's
Okay.
weird hearing myself talk.
can you be the official basketball player of this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's settled
I think
then.
we've had another
Chase
basketball
Blower is
other
the
than-
official basketball player.
I've had a breaking news alert.
Okay, breaking news. Let's hear it.
The Basement Podcast basketball team is doomed.
What did you say?
Who else? Who else playing?
If you can't see him on the camera, he just he pulled out a lightsaber. It was funny.
Mazdin's playing. Andy Offit, former guest, is playing.
Grove.
Who else is playing? We've had a lot of women on recently.
That's
Grove told
good.
me, I think.
Yeah, Grove's playing.
Ryan Keller said he was going too, but he has to work, so
It's
I don't think he's
unfortunate.
playing anymore.
I like it.
Very good.
I just stabbed him to death
In the arm.
in the arm.
Okay.
It's a good place to start.
I would argue it's a bad place to start.
It's a great place to start. Just go right for the arm, and he can't attack you back.
I would aim
Your
for like
bite?
the throat or like the head.
That's kind of weird.
The mid-head.
You should have aimed for the head.
That was a good movie.
New word. Old.
Yeah.
And only put it back
Yeah,
on.
it's complicated.
This is Blower's equation.
No, it's Blower's
That's his. That's
his
his.
tracking of the political parties throughout the ages.
Yes.
Oh.
You know how like thugs like raise their shirts and show like their gun?
Yeah. You lift your shirt and show your lightsaber. Life.
Is this your
Saber.
Or
Your
put it in
symbol?
pants.
J for Jedi?
Oh.
Just put it right here for easy access.
Represent.
S. All right.
Right there for easy access. Man.
That's terrible.
You can put your headphones on.
You're dead.
Do you want?
Yeah.
That was pretty good right there. That was good.
Sounds
Really
weird.
just horrible job.
As CEO of Reality Corporation, that was pretty good.
What is that group chat for?
The council. I need to add Jackson.
Council. I'm a part of the cabinet.
You're not a part of the council?
No.
The comedy council?
Comedy council.
Is that just for ideas?
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay. I'm glad to hear about it.
Severely off topic. I better leave.
So,
See you later, Chase.
Yeah.
what ifs, everybody?
All right, let's hear yours.
My what if?
I guess you're the only person who's gonna deliver yours, though. Deliver one.
Did Blower not even write one down?
Let's see. No, it doesn't look like he did. He just wrote the he wrote the political compass, the tracking of politics, but it doesn't
Alright.
look like he wrote one down.
So we're only gonna have this one very horrible. What if?
How horrible is it? Like, is it? Can we say it on the air
Oh,
without
yeah.
our
Yes.
family-friendly audience? Being,
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
What if you were muted
Like I couldn't speak.
with your eyes shut and your ears not picking up any sound for 1 year?
That would be terrifying. I wouldn't know if I was dead or alive.
I know.
I couldn't call out to the darkness, and the darkness couldn't call out to me. That's scary. That's terrifying.
I know. It'd be terrible.
So you're just blind and deaf?
And you can't speak.
And you can't speak.
Mm.
At least it can feel, right?
Yes, you can feel.
Okay, so at least I can feel like a blanket on me or something.
Yeah.
Sense of touch is gone too.
That would be. I wouldn't like at that point. I'd just be like, maybe I'm dead. And like the day of I get my like all my senses back, I'd probably have a seizure.
How horrible would that? Maybe that's hell.
What? Not being able to feel, see, or hear.
You experience nothing. You're trapped inside your own mind.
That would be gross.
With darkness.
That would be probably one of the worst experiences I could ever inflict on anybody. But like, there's those things. Well, I couldn't inflict it on anybody. But there's like I watched this video. Apparently, like if you go blind, like totally blind, occasionally like you'll see stuff. Like your mind
In
will
your
like
mind, yeah.
yeah.
See,
So
like geometric shapes.
mm-hmm.
So what's that called? The deprivation.
A sensory
sensory
deprivation
deprivation.
chamber. Yeah, those are
That's
pretty
kinda-
cool.
Have you been in one?
No.
Neither have I. I'm not sure if I would enjoy that.
Maybe I'll build one.
You can build those?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Well, I mean,
Oh, you don't have off the top of your head.
you'd have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not an engineer of sensory deprivation chambers, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't there water inside of it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I used to watch Rhett and Link or Good Mythical Morning. Yeah.
They're good. They're
And
funny
they
people.
got inside of one.
I like aren't those like those are the things you have at like spas, right? Like the sensory deprivation chambers. Those
Say
are like
again?
spas things.
Oh yeah, they have them at spas.
Yeah. Sorry, I mumble. You might want to add subtitles to me.
Oh yeah.
No, you
No.
probably wouldn't. That would be a lot of
The
subtitles. Yeah. But you could let me think of a what if, just like at the top of my head. All right, this is a fairly like a vanilla one, I guess. But like, would you rather be blind or deaf?
I would much rather be blind.
Really? That is interesting. When I asked Ben this question a couple of years ago, he said the same thing. What's your rationale?
Blind or vision, I would argue, is the more practical sense.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in a world where that's not as necessary. You can get more done if you're deaf. Of what I want to do, I could get more done deaf.
Okay. What's your thoughts?
Is this completely blind?
Yes, completely blind or
Cannot
completely
see.
deaf.
I feel like I'd rather be deaf.
I'm in the same boat as you. Why? Why do you think so?
Because, I mean, you can hear things, but you're not going to know where you're going. You're not going to be able to drive. You're not going to be able to get things done. Like,
That's generally my belief too. Like I like watching things. I like
Yeah.
seeing. I like seeing mountains. I like seeing like the sky.
you can still experience everything
Well,
without sound.
yeah. Well, I'm a huge fan of music. Don't get me wrong, but I think I'd rather be able to see than hear.
See, I like voices too much.
You like my awesome voice?
Well, I like your voice more than you, slightly.
Wow.
Yeah,
I just don't think I
dropping
could-
shade.
I don't think I could do it. Walk around like,
Blind. It would be difficult. It would be extremely.
But there's a
difficult.
lot more personality to blind people than deaf people too.
Okay. What? I'm not sure what that means.
You know, blind people they have sunglasses and a dog sometimes.
Well, deaf people can have dogs too.
Yeah, but with them it's just kind of sad.
It's,
You have Stevie Wonder and stuff, and you have all these cool musicians who are blind. But then you have whenever a musician goes deaf, it's like a tragedy. Whenever a musician goes blind, it's like a
Beethoven. What about Beethoven? People are like, Beethoven's so cool. He was
went
deaf.
right?
I know. Yeah, he went deaf. But
Yeah, he wrote a
he wrote
miserable
awesome-
song.
he wrote
before.
awesome music when he was deaf.
It was all just. It's just sad though. I'm sure Beethoven would have much rather been blind.
Maybe. But Beethoven was kind of an asshole, apparently. Like, he was
Yeah.
not a very good person. I shouldn't say asshole.
Well,
Edit the asshole out, Buster.
would you
in
like
post.
me to?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just check.
Okay. So that's the what if. I think I'd probably go insane. I would never be sure whether I was conscious or not,
While you're being blind.
and deaf, and
And not being able to feel. Ew, that would be the worst.
when Beethoven was writing his music deaf,
Mm-hmm.
did he just have people be like, after he's finished, just like,
No, maybe he did, but what I understand, this may be wrong, or I may have misunderstood it. He used to he sawed off the legs of his piano and he sat on the ground with it, so he felt the vibrations.
oh,
I don't know if that's
and
actually
also
true.
he's such a talented pianist that he already knew whether it would sound good or not,
yeah.
just because he'd played enough piano.
And he could see it.
It's all
What he's-
theory, yeah. You can see whether he could see whether it would sound good or not. on
Yeah.
the piano.
And then probably just get someone's opinion on it.
Yeah.
Write down if this is good or not.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about classical musicians is they wrote so much stuff that even if 3/4 of it is crap, they just keep it anyway because everything else is boosted.
Yeah.
Bach has
Oh.
if you look at how much stuff he wrote, it was 20 pieces a day, average. If you
Ew.
averaged it over his whole life, and nobody cares about almost all those.
Mhm.
There are 4 that everyone's oh yeah.
This is art. I'm in a music and society class in college, and I'm not a huge fan of it.
No,
No. It's just not for me.
understandable.
Are you a freshman?
Yes, I am. Freshman at Marshall University. Let's go Herd.
Digging it? You like it there?
I do. I really like Marshall.
Good.
Yeah, it gets a bad rap, I guess. People think it's not a good school or whatever, but it really is. In fact, it's actually nationally ranked. It's one of the better grad schools in the country.
Very good.
It
Do
is
you
really
live
good.
on campus or at home?
I live at home. I might live off campus at some point because
I would much rather live at home first year anyways.
Yeah, it's especially when you're a freshman, you spend a lot of time at Marshall just doing Marshall.
Yeah.
It's nice to just be able to go home and say okay, I'm done with Marshall for today. I can now just go home and do Jackson. Jackson things, home things.
Yeah.
All right. What's next on the list?
Okay. Now that we're done with the what if, we can talk about West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. I love you, West Virginia. You're great. Don't ever change. You gotta change some things, West Virginia. But other than those other things, some things, you're pretty good.
Kind of things.
What kind of things? Pollution. It's bad. Mountaintop removal. bad.
Yeah.
Heroin, it's bad. Yeah.
West Virginia's kind of like the Titanic. Beautiful boat, but it is sinking.
No, we can fix it, man. We can fix it. We've got so much potential for so much good.
What do we not have?
That's a great question. What don't we have?
A beach.
We
got
don't have
Beach
beach.
Fort.
We don't have.
We have Beach Fork.
That's about as good.
That's the best beach.
I mean, we don't have an ocean, but
We don't have. We the only natural disaster we have is floods. That's the only one.
And mine collapse.
That's not a natural disaster.
Well, like cave collapses back when they didn't make their own mines.
Oh well, yeah. But like that's not a natural disaster. That doesn't affect
Actually, we may have some beachfront property soon. We've talked about this before.
global warming.
Yeah.
If
If you're lit.
What's your thoughts on Greta? Greta Thunberg.
I
Thunberg?
don't like her.
You don't? Why don't you
No.
like her?
She
I think.
does a lot of complaining.
Well, there's a lot to complain about.
Well, yeah, but you don't need to complain about it. We need somebody to fix things.
Well, she can't fix things yet. She's only 14
Yes, she
years
can.
old.
Yes, she can.
I think she's 14. Maybe she might be 16.
I
the
forget
little Russian girl or whatever she is.
I
What
think
is she?
I think she's
Rus-
Swedish.
Swedish, yeah.
One of those Scandinavian countries.
I think she's incredibly brave. I think she should continue doing what she's doing. She's passionate about what she believes in, and she's like honest.
Well, I certainly won't stop her.
What does that mean, Buster? What are the implications behind that? Okay,
She
it's
can
funnier
do-
if you don't tell us
Yeah.
what the implications are.
So, West Virginia.
Yeah.
What a wonderfully terrible place.
Oh, West Virginia's not terrible. It's produced
It
great
kinda
people.
is. It's
great.
It's wonderful. It's wild and wonderful. And they should also add an and terrible sometimes.
No. West Virginia is awesome. Look, you are a product of West Virginia,
But
Buster.
everybody's so poor and miserable.
That is
This is the most depressed state.
that is true.
1 in 3 clinically depressed.
We
And
can
there's a reason.
we can make it better. We can make it better.
Everybody's leaving.
I know, and that's unfortunate.
So then the taxes go up. So then more people leave because they become poorer.
It's unfortunate the
It is.
situation, but Huntington's doing well.
Yeah. Hey, we have 10 less people dying annually from heroin.
That actually is good. Like I'm just
yeah,
saying,
it's good, but that doesn't mean they're doing
less
well
people
as a whole.
dying is better. And
They're doing better.
I read this in the newspaper today that Huntington is actually one of the highest acceptance rating for LGBT people.
I'm sure it is.
No, it's actually one of the few cities in the country that has a perfect score. So I'd like to say thank you, Huntington.
It's a mix of Southern hospitality and
No.
Marshall liberalism.
Here's a fact about Marshall. It's one of the more it was one of the most groundbreaking in being okay with LGBTQ people. So I think it is wonderful that Marshall has always been, not always been, but has for a long time been on the right side of history. So thank you, Marshall, for being good. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. The United States appreciates it. Thank you. Okay.
Good message.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You should talk some. What are your thoughts on West Virginia?
I like it. It's my favorite state.
It's your favorite state.
Yep.
This man, as we was
It's
talking
nice.
about.
Yeah.
I
Followed
wholeheartedly
by
agree. Don't say Ohio. Don't say Ohio.
Colorado.
Colorado.
Probably.
I've never been to
From
Colorado.
out west.
Have you been there?
Mm-hmm. Twice.
How is it?
It's good. It's high.
Yeah, well, both in the two ways.
Yeah. Good.
Because
Good skiing, snowboarding,
mm-hmm.
trout fishing.
Good.
I've
Nothing
not
bad
been to
about it.
Colorado.
Dry air.
Mm.
I went to the horrible place right next to it, though.
Nevada?
No, I went
Wait a
to.
minute. My geography might not be too
I went
good.
to fake Colorado. I picked the wrong square. I went to
Wyoming?
Wyoming.
Oh. Well, Wyoming's got
Cheyenne.
Yellowstone.
Which nothing was going on there.
Did you go to Yellowstone?
No.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
It
Wyoming.
is what it is.
I've never been. I've the farthest west I've ever been is Missouri.
No, you need to go further.
I've been farther east.
Kansas is really fun to drive through.
Really? I've heard it's the flatlands. It's just gray and
Yeah,
flat.
it's boring.
Nothing there.
Yeah. Sorry for our Kansas viewers. Your
If
state's
there might be a couple.
your state is
Really?
flat.
Huh?
Really? Do you think there's somebody from Kansas? If there are viewers from Kansas, I support what you're doing to no end. Thank you for all the way in the middle of nowhere for tuning in.
Seriously. Sorry.
How
you can't
would
see me on
somebody
camera.
from Kansas stumble on this?
Algorithm, man. The algorithm.
They do have a lot of basements out there.
but
I always
Yeah.
wondered that. Like, how do people find this? Besides local people.
Nobody does.
That's
Well,
what.
you've got
Then how do you get big?
you've got 75.
Just keep going.
You've got 75 subscribers.
More
Last
than
time I checked. Really? That is awesome. Leave a comment telling us where you're from, please. It'd be interesting to see.
Here's the business plan, folks. I'm going to disclose what I'm going to do. This is not going to be what gets us the views. It's stuff that we do later that's going to get us the views. And this is going to be like the undertone that's always just going on. But we'll do like projects that are big and people will actually like, you know, stuff that'll blow up. Stuff that doesn't just appeal to local.
Yeah.
The people of West
Yeah,
Virginia.
You need to get someone popular.
on the show. Yeah.
You need to be like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I kind of don't handle who comes on as much.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually Blower. Yeah, I ask a few people if they're interested, and then if they're like no, then I'm like, okay, Blower, you do it.
Get Troy Brown on here.
We could.
I don't know who's Troy Brown.
Former NFL player.
Oh, I don't follow sports.
He
guys.
lives in. Like I said, where he lives. He lives here.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's Patriots.
Super
right?
Bowl
Why does he live here?
champion.
Why does
Played for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Why does he live here? He just does?
Yeah.
Because I figured he'd have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Get him on here,
Good for you, Troy
We
Brown.
could.
and then get him to post it on his Twitter.
Oh, that'd be it.
For the Patriots.
Let's see.
That is interesting. I didn't know we had an NFL person around here.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I mean,
Troy
it's a
Brown.
nice area.
It is.
Usually.
Barbersville proper is a great town. It is.
The thing is, it's just not a whole lot of opportunity. It's
You
a
got-
good place. Like everyone, when they get old, they're like, "I'm gonna retire to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's quieter here.
Sweaty
You're
Florida.
gonna want to come here instead. It's a better place."
It is, but don't bring your conservative politics with you. Bring some liberalism, please.
Yeah, you can bring whatever you want.
Come to
Doesn't make a difference.
Barbersville is a nice town.
Here you go.
Troy.
70,000 people would see it.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So, do we do like a highlight reel? You do
Yeah,
Like
I
a
cut
best
'em up
of?
and upload little clips. Yeah,
okay.
I suppose that's West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm gonna like change it really quick. How you guys excited for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I am pumped. It is, I've just been going like forward ho through college, and it's gonna be nice to just have a week off.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving also would be nice. I want some good food. Good food is nothing ever to say no to.
It's a week
What?
for college too.
Yes, it is.
You guys get a month off for Christmas, right?
I get. I think so.
I thought it
Actually,
was a month. It was a month last year. My sister's a junior.
my
Or
Marshall.
Ju-
I don't know.
junior.
I don't
No, sophomore.
know.
Bring-
It's fine.
yeah.
Marshall, you get 1 day off, which is Labor Day, and then 1 week off, and then it's the end of the semester. So my last day off was in Labor Day, and I've been going straight through.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, the semester ends, I think, December 13th. It ends that
Ooh.
Friday. Yeah, so
When do you go back? Like January?
January, late, like middle, actually, like still early January.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, not the first week, I don't think. I think the second, or maybe third week. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty good.
That sounds great.
And then I get 1 day off, and then 1 week off spring break, and then end semester again. Yeah, there's a lot less time off than there is in public school. But
isn't that a public school?
university, different, you know. Yeah, Calvin County Schools does not run Marshall
Well,
University.
I knew that.
That's just different.
I think this year is flying by.
That's good. You're a senior this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, senior year is always it's nice.
Mine is like a dead crawl.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
In
I was
a
going to say in a good way.
horrible- in the worst way.
But dead
What
crawls
classes are you
usually-
taking?
Yeah.
Well, it's only one.
Did you
that's
guys
a
already talk about
problem.
that? Is that
No,
what
we
this
didn't.
is?
Not yet.
No, that's a favorite classes.
This is the favorite class.
Top 10 favorite
classes.
The one that's causing me the issues will not be on the list.
You want to tell us, or you want to keep that to yourself? We can talk about that off the air.
You said
No, I'll say it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll say it. It's calculus.
is it just because it's difficult?
No.
Some people are like,
Te-
it's just a lot.
Teacher,
difficult.
do you have Mr. Wood
No.
right now?
Wise.
He was subbing for a little while, and he did pretty okay.
Oh, he's back now. We didn't, because he was my teacher and he was gone for a while because he was
helping
subbing.
Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did pretty okay.
So, why don't you like it? Is it the teacher? You disagree with the teacher, or is it just calculus? Is not
don't
for
like
you?
the teaching method.
What's the teaching method?
There's much more note taking and teaching than what I think is necessary, and also too much homework.
Well, the homework part is more reasonable because calculus is extremely difficult.
I would disagree.
Well, you have a better grasp of mathematics than normal people do.
And so do most people in calculus.
I don't know about that. I've talked to people in calculus who struggled really
In
really hard.
college or in
No, in high school. High school.
I don't know. I'm thoroughly not enjoying that class. It's one of two classes that gives me nightmares.
Really?
Fun fact, yes.
What's the other class? Marching band? I've had
No,
marching band nightmares.
No, I've not had band nightmares.
Actual nightmares.
Oh yeah, like I wake up stressed.
I'm sorry about that. That sucks.
I mean, it's not fun. I kind of hate it, but it is what it is, I
Yeah.
guess.
Like, what are you gonna go for in college?
Oh, here's a little fun fact. All the way through middle school and even freshman year, I wanted to be like a mathematician, physicist. Nope, completely dead, killed.
Why?
Don't want that anymore.
It's just you like grew out of it
Nope, it's a bad taste in my mouth.
because calculus?
No.
Oh.
uh,
Because
10th
it's just math in
grade.
general.
No, it was 10th grade, not math. 10th grade science class I took.
What'd you take? It was biology.
No, biology was fine.
Did you take two science? Okay, it was
Yes.
chemistry then.
Yes.
Okay.
Horrible.
I never took chemistry.
That was the other class that gave me nightmares.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was
Oof.
so bad.
I had
So bad.
AP Psych gave me nightmares.
I didn't have
Scott White?
nightmares.
Scott White.
I was in your class.
I loved that class.
Who was your teacher?
Mr. White.
Oh.
I loved that class.
Okay. Yeah.
My exam never got graded.
What do you mean?
It never got graded.
Did you have a zero?
Hmm?
You have a zero?
No, like I'll go to the website, the College Board, and go look to where my AP scores
I
are, and it
see.
says no scores available.
Oh.
I even asked him about it. He was like, you might want to call the College
just
Board or
call 'em?
something. I mean, I tried, but
That's rough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I probably didn't pass it anyways.
Well,
But I'd like to know what I got,
But
Yeah.
we should do like
A 2's better than
because
a 1.
I could have passed.
You could have
should-
pulled through.
you should call them. You should call them.
I
Oh,
like
I can
College
try.
Board.
Ew, really?
I do.
They're monopolies.
I'm the
That
only
might
one that happened to.
They're
Also.
they're monopolies.
Because they're associated with like Khan Academy and all this stuff.
They're just
I like it. I like the AP exams.
No, they
Honestly, if I'm being honest, I'd rather show up to school and take like an SAT every day than do what we currently do.
I am not a standardized test person.
But I would also like it better if I could show up, take like 2 glove classes, take psych. Like there are a handful of classes that ruin school for me. A handful. But they manage to every year.
I kind of want to go back to Thanksgiving, but what are those classes?
Thanksgiving is much better.
Yes, it is.
I prefer that.
What's your plans? What's your plans?
Oh, I'm going to go to college, where I can be happy.
Okay, the Quaker College.
Yes.
Oh, I thought these were
Ideally.
Thanksgiving plans.
You do have Thanksgiving plans?
I thought you meant Thanksgiving plans.
What?
Do
You
you
just
have
said what's your
Thanksgiving?
plans because you said Thanksgiving. I thought
Oh.
you meant what's your plans for Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah. Like, what's your plans for Thanksgiving?
Oh, you're
No.
going to a college over
Oh,
Thanksgiving?
I'm just wrong. I misinterpreted that entirely.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I was talking about your plans for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
Were you talking about your future
yeah. I
plans?
thought.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, oh.
Entirely misinterpreted.
I thought you were just going
that.
to like college, like you were checking it out during Thanksgiving break.
No, that'd be cool though. I'm gonna go at some point. Hopefully, miss school for a little while.
Make sure. I wouldn't recommend that,
I would.
but make sure you schedule ahead
Yeah.
because it's important. There's like due dates and whatever, and look for scholarships too.
Yeah.
Not for scholarships. You gotta look for those scholarships all the time.
Yeah.
Well, what's your plans for Thanksgiving?
I don't really have any plans over break, but Thanksgiving's at my house for the first time this year.
Well, right on.
Yeah,
You gonna
because
be?
my grandparents are going down to Florida to my uncle's, and we used to have it at my granny's, but she passed away a couple years ago, and we've been having it at their house, my dad's parents' house, the
Mhm.
past couple years, but they're going down to Florida, so
Just having it at home. That's
Yeah.
cool. That is
First
cool.
Is it gonna be good?
Huh?
Is it gonna be good?
I hope should be.
Right on.
Yeah, should
Yeah. What about you?
What about me? That's kind of a work in progress still. I'm not sure if we're doing a family Thanksgiving, but we've been invited to some Thanksgivings, so we might be going to them. Yeah, and I'm gonna enjoy my break. That's something I'm really
Yes.
good. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna work my entire break on schoolwork.
be. Really?
Yeah, English. Burp again. Ooh. Yeah, it's. I've kind of dug myself into a hole of work I got to do.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But you know, it's not a bummer. Top 10 lists.
No.
They are not bummers.
Those aren't bummers. This is the much better side of school. Today we're going to be talking about our top 10 classes, and I guess Owen is going to read off Blower's list because Blower's too lazy to show up to read his list.
His list looks really fun.
And if you want to do yours too, you can.
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Top
on
10?
on the spot,
Mhm.
yeah.
All right, what's
I think
Blower's?
he has 9. 1, 2, 3. He has 9.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez Louise.
Great job, Blower.
Yep, what's Blower's number 9? I guess.
Food. Well, I would assume this is number 9, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Food prep.
Food prep. I was in food prep my senior
I
year.
was not ever in food prep.
It is not as fun as they make it out to be. I'm
No.
gonna say that.
I always wanted to take it, and I never did because once I actually got to 8th grade scheduling, I was like, food prep. That sounds so fun.
Mhm.
But then I just never took it.
It's not as fun as they make it out to be.
Yeah.
What's yours, Buster? With
My
number 10. Sorry.
is World History Honors. for
World
my ninth
History
grade year.
Honors. Who was your teacher?
I had Mr. Casto.
Mr. Casto. Hayden had Mr. Casto, and he really liked him.
That was like a good introduction to the school.
That is good.
If school kept going on that road, it would have been just fine. He was a good teacher. He had a lot of character to the day. Fun class. I liked the assignments.
I would like to comment. Cabell Midland's history department is full of wonderful people.
Oh, it's so good.
They do really good things. So yeah, that kind of lines up with mine too. My list is kind of ambiguous. Like you can place these pretty much anywhere. But my number 10, sorry, was Mr. McKee's U.S. History Honors class. I loved Mr. McKee. I think he is a great person, and I think his comedy is awesome. So, yeah, thank you, Mr. McKee, for making my 10th grade year really good. What's Blower's number 8?
Was McKee a principal last year?
Yes.
Too? I can't-
He
Yes.
started
I didn't know if
as
he
a
started this
teacher.
year.
He ascended that year.
Criminal
Yeah.
law.
Criminal Law with Mr.
Matt Stead.
Stead. Mr. Stead. Great guy. Really funny, too. Buster, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is jazz band.
Jazz band with Mr. James. Is it you like Mr. James, like Mr. James' class, or you like the people in the class?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's just like a fundamental part of what's going on there.
Cool.
It's almost a placeholder.
Mhm.
Almost. It's just like,
Just a break.
no, it's
Oh.
not. It's really not.
Okay.
Not at all.
No.
Like, I show up and it's, I know what to expect. It's like it's definitely the most chaotic class I go to every day.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we laugh because it's just so out of control. But we have a good time in there usually.
That's good.
It's a very surreal class.
I'm glad to hear
It's
it.
much different from every other class there.
Right on.
Have you taken that every year?
Yes, last year I didn't technically have it on my schedule, but I went during lunch.
Oh, sorry. My number 9 was actually criminal law as well. I enjoyed that class. I thought it was a lot of fun. So we've already talked about Mr. Stead and how he's just awesome. And me and Blower actually shared that class. It was back when I was in 11th grade. We had a lot of fun with, just a lot of fun in that class.
Cool.
What is Buster's, not Buster's, Blower's number 7?
Math 3 STEM honors.
Math 3
Miss
STEM
St.
honors
John.
with Sandra St.
Oh.
John.
That was a good class. I was in there with him.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Miss St. John as a person. Sometimes, I like Miss St. John as a person, but as a teacher, she was okay. But I'll leave it at that. She was okay. Good.
I had her last year.
What'd you think of her?
I don't as a person, like you said, she's pretty cool.
Really nice person.
Yeah, she's nice, but I could never follow
Yeah.
what she was teaching.
I think she was too smart.
Yes.
I heard
thi-
she's like a
honestly.
genius.
I think
she
she's overqualified for her position. Like
Yeah.
significantly overqualified.
Yeah.
But Buster, what is your number? I forget which number we're on.
8.
Number 8. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is the first and only math class on this list.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is Trig Honors.
Trigonometry honors. Who is your
I
teacher?
was in. It was Miss Riley. I was in there with
I like.
my brother Ben,
Mm-hmm.
Braden Lingenfelter, and my friend Ethan Johnson, and it was insane
Insane in a good way or a bad way?
in a very good way.
That is good to hear.
It got so out of control.
Oh well, maybe that's
It was
less
great.
good. But I
So much Bob Evans talk. We talked about Bob Evans so
Really?
much. Yes.
Bob Evans.
Yes.
I had Miss Riley as my shield teacher my senior year, but trigonometry as a class was the class I did the worst on throughout high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was bad. we're gonna leave that one there. My number 8 I wrote was marching band. I really enjoyed. I didn't particularly enjoy marching band as a class. What I enjoyed about marching band was the people and the friends I made along the way. That sounds cheesy, but it's true. I've made a lot of good friends throughout marching band, and I don't know, man. I don't. It's just weird. I probably wouldn't be on the show if I wasn't in a marching band, and Buster wasn't on marching band.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So thank you, marching band, for bringing us together. Moving on. What is
All right.
Blower's next one?
Oh, well, dual credit trig.
Do a great trig.
No.
All right. Well, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in there right now.
He is.
Yeah.
Right on. Good luck to you, Blower. Trigonometry is tough.
Bob Evans.
Bob Evans.
Bevins.
Better on the farm.
Bevins.
Bevins. All right, Buster, what's your next one?
My number 7 is Earth Space Science Honors, I guess.
Who taught that?
Mr. Ellis.
Mr. Ellis. He is a character.
He is incredible. He's a great teacher. He gave a sink or swim environment in his class. He didn't overload us with ridiculous homework that had no positive result. That's the ideal class format. I like
For
it
you.
a lot. The thing was, it's not like my favorite content.
Yeah.
Best format ever,
Uh,
and great teacher.
he is very, very conservative. Very
He's just gym now. He's a gym teacher now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he
and
is?
Health,
Yeah.
I think.
Interesting.
Because I went full day for the first day, and he was my gym teacher, but then
Are you going to have to? Right
Are
on.
you full day?
Yeah, I'm full day.
I figure
A
why
lot of
not?
people are going like full day and graduating early, aren't they?
I don't know.
Like I know a few people who are graduating next month, like in December,
That'd be great.
because they did a full block schedule for the only classes they need. So
That's-
that
That sounds awful.
it does. It's full day blocks, but they get to graduate in like 20 days. So
I probably should have done that.
It'd be nice.
Great.
I think what you should. This is gonna sound like I'm a boomer, but you should enjoy high school while you're in there.
Yeah.
It's everyone's like, I'm not gonna miss high school, but here's the thing. It's once in a lifetime, guys. Enjoy it while you're there. It sucks sometimes, but you'll look back on it good. But let's get back to the top 10.
Okay.
My whatever number we're on is world history with Billy Williams, Mr. Williams. It was just a really, really, as Buster said with his history class, it was a really good foot in the door at Cumberland High School. I wish I would have taken the honors version, but at the time I didn't. I didn't think it was the best for me. But I regret that decision now. All right.
The freshman year?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I had him.
I love
like
Mr. Williams. Good guy.
All right, blowers is AP Psych. What is this, number?
5.
Yeah, 5. AP Psych. We
AP
talked a little
Psych.
bit
Good class.
about that.
I
Was
like
Blower
that.
in our class?
No.
He wasn't.
No.
I thought he said you were.
No.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Just me and Buster.
Yeah.
I remember when we had to go up and do the note cards like on our head in front of the
Yeah.
whole class. Every time they were like, pick a friend, they were like, Buster.
Yeah.
You dumb man.
The only reason that list or that pick wouldn't be higher on here is because a lot of like my friends weren't in there,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really my crowd. But
Yeah.
it was still pretty good. It worked out.
Cool.
I liked Mr. White listening to him.
Yeah, it was great. He gave some good lectures, and then every now and then you'd hear something completely insane.
Something, yeah.
Yeah,
Something you didn't even know they were allowed to say. They're probably not.
probably not. But
All right, Buster. What's your next one?
my number 6 is AP Environmental with Mr. Schreiber.
Mr. Schreiber.
I will say it's probably the worst environmental science class I've ever taken, but boy was it good at everything else.
How'd you do on the AP exam?
We got a 4,
That's good.
which is good.
Yeah, that's
We made it halfway through the textbook, which is pretty good.
Oh.
I loved the way he taught. It was so sporadic. If there wasn't a test at the end, it would have been an ideal class for environmental science. It was a little unorganized at times,
Yeah.
but as a whole, I really enjoyed the class.
I always am really happy to hear when people enjoy classes. It's just because I'm an education major, I guess, but like it makes me happy.
Well, you usually expect to hear people have problems.
Yeah, it's fair. And I'm always glad to hear that education is taking another good step forward.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
What are
education.
you going to do? Teach
I
it
shall return
All right.
momentarily.
I'm planning on teaching social studies education.
for like high school?
Yeah, but I also might be going to law school afterward.
Did you read yours?
No, I didn't read it yet.
Where's he going?
I don't know. I think he's blowing his nose.
Oh.
I guess I can read mine. My number 6, I guess, is pottery.
Pottery. I like pottery. I took it freshman year.
It's a lot of fun. I wasn't very good at it,
I wouldn't either.
but like I enjoyed every moment of it. Though I
Yeah.
took 2 years of it, and like I was like, this is great fun. But I was awful.
It was fun, but I always walked out of there with clay
Yep, on your hands and on your
on my clothes.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm in there right now.
Did you take? Did you have Wiley
Yes, I did.
both years?
Yes.
I had her first semester.
It was.
Second was Miss Fry. But
Oh, really?
I enjoyed Miss Wiley's class a lot better. Back then too, Mr. Holly, you know Mr. Holly,
Yes.
photography. Yeah, he was. Was he in your class that year?
No, but side note, Mr. Holly, Jared Holly,
Yeah.
he used to teach percussion at
Still does.
Midland. He still does?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. He was good.
Yeah, he's a big drummer.
Yes, he is. He is
in a
also in a
band.
band called, what is it called?
Duquesne.
Duquesne.
Right?
I don't know. I haven't
think
listened
so.
to it, but I hear it's good.
Yeah, he's a very good drummer.
He is. Yeah. What's next on Blur's list?
World History Honors. I don't know what teacher.
Okay. We've already talked about world history.
Yeah.
What's yours, Buster?
Oh gosh, what number are we on?
Whatever, number 5, I think.
My number 5 is sort of a 2-part thing 'cause it's the same teacher. Really felt the same class. It felt like 1 year, came back, continued the same class, but they were technically 2 different classes. This English 10 honors and AP Lang, and the reason it's so similar was because I had Miss Brooks as a teacher.
Miss Brooks. I've heard things about Miss
She
Brooks.
was an incredible teacher.
That's good to hear.
I felt she really cared about the work her students did, and she wanted us to learn and to learn how to think. She treated us like, human beings.
Actually, I wanna step in here again really quickly. You know what the department at Calvin that doesn't really get enough credit as it deserves? It's the English department.
Yeah, well,
There are so many.
there's a big high and a big low. That's the problem.
There are so many good English teachers at Calvin, and they don't get any credit for it.
But there's so many bad ones too.
But you have to look past that. And I want to say thank you for the teachers who put their best foot out there.
Yeah, I was happy with no end that I had 2 years with Miss Brooks.
That's actually my next one is an English teacher too. It's Mr. Andrew. I forgot his last name. I only remember his first name. But yeah, Andrew. I'm sorry I don't remember your last name, but
I'm gonna throw some names out there.
okay.
SQ,
No.
Richardson.
Richardson. Mr. Richardson. I did not like writing in your class, but looking back on it, I really appreciate the amount of writing you put us through. You made us do, not put us through. It really, really helped me develop as a writer. And another thing I really appreciated was when you said I was the most improved in your class. Maybe you weren't being honest, maybe you're just saying that to say it, but it stuck with me, and I really, really appreciated it. I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Richardson. Thank you. But let's move on. What's his next one?
3.
I
Yeah,
think
3. Number 3, AP Gov.
Oh man, AP Gov.
He's got Mr. Scalise this semester.
Oh,
He'll
man.
have Mr. Ripley next semester.
I have AP Government on my list too. Spoiler alert. So
You had Mr. Ripley, right?
I had both Mr. Scalise
Oh,
and
did
Mr.
you?
Ripley. So, I kind of, I'll comment on this one too. That was really a really really good class.
Now I'm gonna ask
enjoyed
the
that.
hard hitting question.
Yes. Okay. No, I'm not gonna answer that question.
No.
I'm not gonna answer that question.
I will tell you what the question was,
what-
even if you won't answer
Why
it.
don't we wait until I say what place my government class
Okay.
is? Okay.
Okay.
I will talk more about that in a little bit. So, Buster, what is your next one?
My number 4 pick is
Don't say government.
AP Gov
Okay.
with Mr. Ripley.
With Mr. Ripley.
And
All right.
I don't have Mr. Scalise. I will never have Mr. Scalise. Sometimes he's like a cool guest character that pops into the room every now and then, makes a funny comment, pops out. Come in a shield sometimes and
We'll talk about Mr. Ripley.
act like a goofball.
I really liked Mr. Ripley too. Thank you, Mr. Ripley. He's a very, very nice person.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And also, I appreciate the journal questions.
Yeah, those are good.
They involve the
love
entire
that.
class, and I think that's important. It gets people civically engaged, and I think that's something we don't have enough of nowadays with young people. We don't engage them enough, and I think we should. So thank you, Mr. Ripley, for encouraging that. And also, your class was very good too. I really enjoyed it.
I like the content too. That's what helps.
Government is important.
Yeah, that's about this top half of the list. The other half was either I really like the format or I really like the content. And this top half is I like both. That's why they get that extra
The higher on
bit.
the list.
Yeah.
All right. My number 4 is actually my first college class on the list. It's my freshman first year seminar class. Some of you guys you guys don't know what first year seminar is. It's basically a critical like an intro to critical thinking at a college level. Anybody could pass the class essentially, but it's interesting. I really like my professor, Dr. Spitzer. She's German Canadian.
Okay.
She's very, very nice, very good person. She's very, very smart. She's a neuroscientist.
Ooh.
She's tried to base our theme in their class around neuroscience, which at first I thought was going to be a little more difficult, but she's not making us do hardcore neuroscience. Thankfully, because I could not pass that class. But she's very, very nice, very, very smart, and she cares a lot. And all three of those equal a really good class. So let's move on to Buster's. Not Buster. I keep saying Buster.
AP
Blower's
stats.
AP stats.
With Mr. Riazzi.
I hear good things
Blower
about
is
Mr.
a
Riazzi.
big fan of Mr. Riazzi.
I-
I've not had him as a teacher, but I like the guy.
I consistently hear good things about him. Do you have Mr. Riazzi?
Blower always talks about how much he loves him. He seems like a cool guy. I've talked to him. Never had him.
I've not heard nothing but good things about Mr. Riazzi.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you to Mr. Riazzi, too.
I like his
for-
outfits.
I remember his outfits, too. Like, it's very hard to get people saying they like math classes. So that's a testament to how good he is.
Yeah.
All right, so Buster, you're number 3.
My number 3 is AP US History with Matt Stead.
We shared that class.
Well, this is a great class.
Yes, it was.
The group of people I had in there, which was Jackson, myself, Noah Adkins, and for the first semester, Ben.
And I think second semester Robbie was there, right?
No.
What wasn't? I thought Robbie was in second semester.
No.
Okay. Maybe he left second semester. I don't remember. But Robbie was there at some point.
No.
He wasn't?
No, never.
No, I thought
No. Robbie was never in there.
really. I have memories of him being in there.
No.
There's no. Okay, maybe. I think I just gaslit myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a really good class.
Yeah, it was awesome. I liked participating in there. He gave some killer lectures.
Yes, he did.
He had some real enthusiasm about himself,
Yes.
about TR and
Teddy Roosevelt.
what he thought about Gerald Ford
Yep.
and the USS Maine.
You know, fun fact actually, it's not recently, but like we figured out that just like a barrel exploded. Spain didn't attack the Maine.
Yeah.
So, sorry, people who died in the Spanish Civil War.
Yeah, great class.
It was really, really, really good class. My number 3 on here, once again, I think this one might be lower. I don't know. I put this number 3. I guess I'm just trying to think of this one's not really number 3, but it's still on top 10. It's my communications class. I don't know why. I like the energy of being able to talk in front of people. Just being able to just speak.
Good.
Convey ideas. Yeah.
Okay.
I've learned real good to speak in that class. Real good. All right. What is Blower's
That's probably
pen?
gonna be my least favorite class, to be honest.
Oh no, it's good.
I've heard it's a lot easier in college.
Do you take it?
Than
Have you
high
taken it in
school.
high school? Okay. Well, it's not bad. The
How
hard.
many people were in there in your class?
I want to say like 20-ish. The hardest part about communications is the fear factor.
Yeah.
They're like, no matter what your level, like confidence level of public speaking, there's always some level of difficulty, like talking in front of a bunch of people. Like, it's difficult, but as soon as you get over that, and like you also got to realize people don't particularly care what you're talking about unless you make them care. So it's not like they're not going to remember your speech.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sorry, I ramble. Blower's
Blower.
penultimate favorite class on the list. Let's hear it. It is
AP US History.
AP US History with Matt Stead. He was in that class. No, he wasn't. Gosh darn
He
it.
wasn't.
Gosh darn it. I keep everybody's in that class, I guess.
Oh yeah, this is what Blower wanted to announce, but then I don't think he did.
All right, what's
This is I think the second show we've had where everybody in the show that has taken the class had a 4 or above. And that's a Blower's supremacy elitism thing. We don't do that.
No.
Blower wanted to announce that.
Yes, he did.
So there it is.
Did you take AP US History? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Well,
Yeah, it was kind of a tough
The only AP
class.
class I've taken is
Psych.
Yep.
oh, you should have taken Gov. AP
I
Gov.
was going to, but is it actually that good of a class?
It is.
I thought it'd be
Gov.
like,
Yeah.
Are you in
tough.
civics?
yeah.
It's just like that.
I love Mr. Desmond though.
Oh,
Oh,
Mr. Desmond. I've heard stories about Mr. Desmond.
He's
But-
awesome. He's actually on my top 5 list.
Really? Oh yeah.
But I can't decide a number 1, so I'm still thinking.
Okay, you've got time. We've still
Yeah.
we've got one more up on Blower than he had on us.
Yeah.
So Buster, what is your it's penultimate?
My
Penultimate means 2. Why did I
Yeah.
say penultimate earlier?
Was
I
that
bet.
his ultimate?
Yeah, that was
thought
his
it was-
ultimate.
His favorite class was
AP US History.
Yep.
Okay.
What is your penultimate?
My penultimate favorite class at any school I've ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, elementary and middle school kind of get thrown out. I don't remember.
Yeah,
whatever. Number 2, AP Psych with Mr. White.
AP Psych with Mr. White.
My favorite content from any class, I think. This class inspired me to want to really go into psychology.
Really?
and get secondary education on psychology.
Huh.
I loved learning about all the stuff, and the way he taught was great too.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit sometimes it was pretty rough for me to stick with it with the biology stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't dig that, but I did it. But as a whole, the good way outweighed the bad.
That is good to hear.
I really liked the class. Yeah.
All right. Well, my penultimate one is U.S. History honors. Not U.S. History. AP U.S. History. Yeah. We've already talked about it, but Matt Stead, good person and good teacher. All right. So we'll get back to Buster's ultimate one, and then we'll do mine, and then we'll go through our friend here's 5. How's that sound? Sound good?
Yep.
All right. What Buster? What is your number 1 favorite class?
My number 1 class, and I think the best class ever invented, which is now defunct, destroyed, gone, zip. They got rid of it because the school doesn't care about the arts. AP Music Theory.
They got rid of AP Music Theory?
They cut it completely.
Holy cow.
Best class I've ever taken. Easy. I
Really?
loved it.
Huh. I've heard mixed opinions on that class. I've heard mixed opinions.
There's no class or teacher or any of that combination that I would like better. It was perfect.
That is I am really happy to hear that.
Yeah, it was great.
My all-time favorite class is it was, I guess, not in that class anymore. US government, AP government. Mr. Schoolies and Mr. Ripley. It was the best of both worlds. I got to experience the best of both halves, and to both of them, I say thank you for doubling my interest in government and inspiring others to be more involved. So thank you. All right, friend. What are your classes?
All right, number 5.
All right.
I'm just gonna say mass communications. Because, did you take that?
I did not.
I just thought it was fun because so laid back. If you need to do homework, you can. You get to make cool videos.
Yeah. Were you on
Everyone's just it's Miss Hayes.
Are you on the
Kristen.
air?
Huh?
Are you on the air ever? Like on TV?
Oh no, we don't even do the school news anymore. We just
Really?
make like cool videos. Like right now, well actually the first one, you do like a introduction video just to like introduce your like class, I
Mhm.
guess. What was the second video we did? We just did like a Halloween one.
Yeah.
She literally gives you a camera. You go film a Halloween video. Like it's so laid back. It's easy.
Number 4.
Number 4, AP Psych.
Okay.
Most of these, 3 of them are just because of the teachers, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Made it fun. AP Psych, I loved Mr. White.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I didn't particularly enjoy the class work or anything, but I thought it was fun. And I had friends in there. I know you said you didn't really have friends, but I had a lot of
All right.
Don't
Number
get me
people to
wrong,
talk to in there.
I liked the people in
Yeah.
there. I just wasn't particularly acquainted with them.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3, pottery.
Oh yeah.
Haven't thought about pottery in a while, but since you said it, I remember I had a lot of good times in there.
Complicated class.
It
was
is
fun.
How are you doing in that class, by the way?
Fine. I mean,
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you have
The problem is like there's just too many people.
There are a lot of people. But I think that's what makes it a little bit more fun too.
And it also the fact that I have to go all the way from one side of the school all the way back to the other for pottery kills it for me.
I did that all last year.
Listen, I go from the piano room or Mr. Marcos's room to pottery to the band room. It's horrendous.
It's your workout for the day.
I hate it. I it's bad. I like talking in between classes. I don't get to because of it.
I'm sorry, Buster.
You get those days where the clay is like.
It's
You still have the big
rough.
bin.
Yeah.
crusty.
Yeah, and then you have the days where it's like
It's goopy.
watered down. And then you have the days where it's like fluffy.
I'm working on a shark in there. You guys know that fish project? I'm making a shark.
That's cool.
It looks like a demon.
Stylized or is like,
Well, it's a goblin shark.
I see.
So it already the creature itself looks horrendous, and then the way I did it, because you can only make everything so precise.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a blurry hell demon.
A blurry hell demon. That's the name of my band, by the way. Not really.
Oh yeah,
Not really.
thrash metal. Yeah.
What did I make for that? I made a largemouth bass about this big. It was pretty cool. I think that was the best thing I made in there.
Good.
I didn't like the tikis, the teapots. Those were all bad.
Tikis.
I mean, did you not make the tikis?
No.
We made those second semester, and I didn't like the wheel either.
Ooh, the wheel was horrible. Have you been on the wheel yet?
No.
You'll hate
that'll
it.
be- Yeah.
Why?
Well, you'll either like it.
Oh yeah.
I liked making the ball, and then when I started to form it, it was just
I always
it
fell
was
apart.
bad.
Always
It would go like this, and then just fly apart.
Yeah.
It's bad.
You'll either really love it or really hate it.
And you'll either get it or you won't.
Or you won't, and you'll struggle and hate it the entire time.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I think you're a smart guy. You can handle it. You got that.
I don't think it's about. I think you gotta have the touch.
Yeah. Okay, number 2. What's your number 2?
It kind of burns you too sometimes.
Yeah.
If it's not wet, you don't keep
Important
it
to put
wet.
water in
it'll-
the hands or you get
yeah.
friction burned.
Number 2, civics, Mr. Desmond. Just because of him, I love him. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's super hyper.
I like his dad.
you've
I've never
ever-
had him,
yeah.
but his dad.
He
Yeah.
comes in there sometimes and rambles about
Best
whatever.
way to spend a class period. Say the word communism. And the class period is gone.
Or Korea. Did he
Oh,
serve in
yeah.
Korea? Is that what
I
the...
don't know. But he knows everything about
He
the
does.
38th parallel.
He does. It's astonishing how much he knows.
Yeah.
All right. What's number
The
1?
number 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be English 11
English 11. Who's your
with
teacher?
Mr. Richardson.
Oh, man. Mr. Richardson.
Only because of him. But he was a good teacher when he wanted to be. He was a good teacher, but he's a dick to the people he likes.
Yeah.
Did you ever realize that?
Yeah.
But I loved him. He was so fun. He was so fun.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson.
I still talk to him.
I do
Walking
too.
down the hall. Like every day, I'll be talking to my girlfriend, and he'll be walking behind me. I can hear his keys jangling down the hallway, and I'll go, and he'll go, why are the way you? He said, why are you the way you are?
That's the way. Yeah, he always said that. He like, if you show up, how long do you stay? Like, did you stay after like, when people are like leaving class? Be like, it's like almost summer.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm like, hey, Mr. Richardson. During that time, he's like, why are you still here?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Some girl came in your grade to get a picture with him last year while we were in class. He was like, oh god. And he got up there to take a picture, and he was like, I was like, Mr. Richardson, I'm next. He went, go to hell. He was hilarious. I liked him.
I also really like this. Like, does he still have the long hair, or do you cut it? Is it still
No,
short hair?
it's short. Wait, was it short?
It
whenever
was
you
short hair
had him?
senior year. I had long hair when I had him.
I never really saw him with long. Well, I saw him, but I didn't know him then.
He had luscious locks of hair.
Yeah, it was really long, wasn't it?
It was good. It was long. All right. So we've gone through the top 10 and top 5.
Done it all.
Wow.
Well, it's been a good one, guys.
It has.
How long were you guys filming before?
I'm not sure.
We've been I started
I
like
came on here at. I can tell you right now.
I think we're about an hour and 50 minutes, maybe.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came on here an hour ago.
I appreciate you coming on, replacement blower, Owen.
Yeah, I was just sitting outside and Blower texted me like, "Come in." I was like, "Okay."
It's been good.
Yeah,
I
it's been
enjoyed
good.
your
It's been
top
fun.
5.
He actually
thoroughly.
texted me yesterday and said, "You want to come on the podcast tomorrow?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "Never mind, we got someone,"
Sorry.
which was you. But
Yeah.
I don't care.
But now we doubled up.
That's true.
He said,
two
"You
guests.
come on next week. Maybe I'll show up again."
Maybe he'll be right here next week.
Maybe.
I know a few people who want to come.
We
Look
got
at
a
you.
list. We got a
Really?
list, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. This has been a good one. A lot of good politics. A lot of good West Virginia.
A lot of good West Virginia indeed.
Yeah.
A lot of good school.
Thank you to everybody that did a good job that were on these lists, and to the rest of you.
I'd like to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, sure. Oh, Buster is angry with me. I'm sorry, Buster.
You shall not censor me.
You're right. I can't.
I'll probably censor me, but then I'm gonna leave this part in, so people are gonna be like, "What did he censor?"
He censored. So yeah, that's what Buster censored to everybody. The joke is I didn't say it. Like you cut it out.
Oh,
Yeah, but you're gonna put that in. It's gonna
part where
the
you
joke's
said-
gonna fail. Oh, man.
Well, thank you guys for being here. It's been good.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having me.
You guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys all have a dandy time, and please share this with all your friends. If you actually, have friends, that'd be good. We're trying to grow, and if you like this and share it around a little bit, that'd help us.
A like, favorite, and subscribe.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a good one.
Yeah.